Nice That You Looking At. Carolina is a song written and recorded by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift for the soundtrack of the 2022 murder mystery film Where the Crawdads Sing. Released via Republic Records on June 24, 2022, the song is titled after the Carolinas region in the United States, and sung from the perspective of the film's protagonist, Kia. Carolina was met with strong acclaim from music critics, most of whom felt the song's ambience matched the film's atmosphere, and is reminiscent of Swift's 2020 indie folk albums, Folklore and Evermore. Reviews commended the song for Swift's vocals, songwriting style, and the overall haunting mood. Produced by Swift and Aaron Dessner, Carolina is a slow-paced, down-tempo Americana ballad, particularly in an Appalachian folk style, with country and bluegrass inflections. It is driven by acoustic instruments of the early 1950s, such as fiddle, mandolin, and acoustic guitars. Carolina charted in Australia, Canada, Hungary, Ireland, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, the United States and Vietnam. It won a MTV Movie and TV Award and was nominated for a Critics' Choice Award, a Golden Globe Award, a Grammy Award, and a Satellite Award amongst other accolades. Where the Crawdads Sing is an American mystery thriller drama film starring Daisy Edgar Jones in the lead role, directed by Olivia Newman and produced by Reese Witherspoon. It is a film adaptation of the 2018 novel of the same name written by American author Delia Owens. The story is set in the 1950s, revolving around an abandoned girl named Kia, who grew up in a marsh in North Carolina and becomes the prime suspect in the murder of a man who once romantically pursued her. The first trailer for the film was released on March 22, 2022. And featured Carolina being played in the background. The trailer also revealed that the song was written and performed by American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. Another snippet of the song was revealed through a longer trailer of the film on May 22, 2022. The release date of the song was teased by the film's official Instagram account, when they made a series of posts on June 22 with captions that had capitalized letters, spelling out, Carolina this Thursday, together the next day. The song's release date was confirmed as June 24, 2022. A lyric video on YouTube accompanied the release. On June 15, 2024, Swift performed Carolina as part of a mashup with her song, No Body, No Crime, 2020, during the Liverpool stop of her Eras Tour, 2023-2024. Carolina was written solely by Swift and produced by her and Aaron Dessner, with whom she collaborated on her 2020 studio albums Folklore and Evermore. She wrote the song well over a year and a half before the release date of June 24, 2022. According to Witherspoon, Swift wrote the song while working on Folklore but did not reveal that she had written Carolina until after she finished the song. Swift's eagerness to contribute to the film grew after she was aware that Witherspoon would be producing. Swift stated on Instagram that she enjoyed the original novel by Owens, and as soon as she heard a film adaptation was in the works, she wanted to be a part of its soundtrack. She said she aimed to create a haunting and ethereal song that captured the novel's mesmerizing story. Carolina plays over the ending credits, and Newman opined that it reflects the tone of the story's ending. Carolina has been described as an Americana and Appalachian folk song, with country folk and bluegrass elements on minor chords. It was recorded in one take and only features instruments available before 1953, around the time when Where the Crawdads Sing takes place. Acoustic instruments such as mandolin, fiddle, gently strummed acoustic guitar, and sweeping strings. The song begins with the sparse strums of the guitar and eventually expands into a misty atmosphere, incorporating strings and banjo. The lyrics deal with how Kia, the narrator in the song and the lead character of the film, roams the lonesome marshes, despairs over those who have left her, and hints at the many secrets she's keeping. The lyrics are heavy with naturalistic imagery, such as creeks, backroads, mist, clouds, mud, pines, beaches and forests, by the story's setting in coastal North Carolina. Swift's vocals in the song have been characterized as a breathy, lower register. Carolina received acclaim from music critics. People journalist Jack Irvin described Carolina as a down-tempo, haunting ballad, with lyrics about sneakily moving through various locations without being seen. Variety critic Chris Willman felt the song is stylistically reminiscent of the music in Folklore and Evermore, at their most folky and subdued. Emily Zemler and Kat Boozer reviewed the song for Rolling Stone, noting that the haunting song evokes the film's backwards setting and the elegiac tone of Appalachian folk ballads, and praising Swift's otherworldly and siren-like vocals. Will Lavin of NME described Swift's vocals as eerie in a glowing review for Clash. Robin Murray called the song a timeless, grand achievement, and the greatest example of Swift's ability to suggest inner movement. The passing of time and emotion in only a few words. He praised the innate instrumentation, Swift's minimalist yet potent vocals, and the lyrics, somehow distilling Delia Owens' work, in all its breadth and depth, into a song of real brevity and power. Collider's Ryan O'Rourke called Carolina a chilling tune with a haunting melody and is almost a loose retelling of the events of the book. Emily Zemler of Observer said the song perfectly captures the bittersweet conclusion of Where the Crawdads Sing, complementing the film's palpable mood. ABC News journalist Peter Travers wrote Swift captures the haunting, folklore quality of the film's story in the song, via her music and lyrics that suggest an abiding mystery. British Vogue journalist Radhika Seth described the song as a sweeping earworm, with a mournful, intensely atmospheric composition tonally reminiscent of Evermore. Sam Sodomsky of Pitchfork said, Carolina is an understated song, one that stems from the darker corners of Folklore and Evermore, abandoning the language and texture of pop music in favor of old American folk songs. He further complimented the synergy between Swift's musical approaches in the song, the ghost story writing of the lyrics, and the deep and slow vocals. Lindsay Zoladz of the New York Times named Carolina one of the spookiest tracks in Swift's discography, and the closest come to writing an outright murder ballad, other than No Body, No Crime, 2020. Jonathan Broxton of Movie Music UK also described the song as a murder ballad, not one of her usual chart-topping efforts. Instead, this is a mournful, soulful piece. He praised Carolina as a superb piece of traditional Americana, stripped down and carried by little more than a guitar, a banjo, and Swift's unexpectedly dreamy voice, and has poetic lyrics that directly reference elements of the story. In a review of the film for Consequence, Liz Shannon Miller wrote, Carolina is a perfect match for the content of the film as well as its mood. Pat Padua of The Washington Post said the song, making use of ominous lyrics, bridges pop music with Americana. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.